I think it's time now to look at the UC Pagan Otherworlds deck. I've had it for about a month, and it's such a nice deck. All their decks seem to be really nice, but this one is the one that is definitely it's a classic deck. It's so beautiful. One thing I discovered this week was that they actually have playing cards that are sort of in the same style. They actually share the same box. And they have quite a few playing cards on their website, but this is their tarot. The other tarot that looks really good is the Garden of Arrows tarot, which is pretty tempting. So this is the box, which I've shown you before, and has this beautiful sticker I don't want to mess up. It's got the stamp there, and I'll open it from the bottom. If you go to their website, it's right there. You can see, and these are actually made in, they're printed in Taiwan by a company in New York. And I want to be so careful opening this box. There we go. Even the inside of the box is colored. So let me pull them out. So I know that this deck has some extra cards. It has 4 phases of the moon and the Seeker. So first one is the Seeker, and you see it's one of those from light to dark, and you have the moon there. There's a linen finish on there. It's kind of glossy, and they slide fairly well. This one is the Infinity card, so it's something a little different. And we have the phases of the moon, and this has the sort of a bronzy gold dust on it, which I think is really nice. And to be honest, this is the prettiest one. It's so simple and beautiful. And let's go back. Let's go into the real deck, the traditional tarot. And each of these is truly a work of art because they're so pretty. The whole site, all of their stuff is just so nice. It's so hard to, like, I don't know, it's just a really nice deck. And I think this would be a good investment for someone who's a collector as well as someone who wants to read with a pretty stylish deck. The one thing, the back is reversible. It sort of has the print from the box, but it is not does not have the metallic. So here's the Fool. Really nice artwork with the dog, the cliff, and then I love the outfit and the people, the way they're painted. It's very unique and almost realistic, but it has this lovely artist quality to it. The Magician. This one it's a simple take on the Magician. He's pointing down, his staff is raised, sort of has an altar there. The High Priestess, sitting on a rock, phases of the moon. The Empress. The Emperor. And so Pagan Otherworlds, I mean, if you think of it, you know, pagan symbols in another world, another time. Here, not so pagan. We see some biblical imagery, the snake, the fruit, Adam and Eve, you know, clothed because they knew that they were naked. All of a sudden, the writing here at the bottom is very nice, and if you look, it's like in a medium brown color. Same with this. And you know, to be honest, I gravitate towards brown more than black. It's my preference, just in general, whether it's the clothes I wear. I just prefer brown and tan, and it's just more pleasing to the eye, and I just feel more comfortable in it. Strength, we have, instead of a lion, we have a bear, which is nice, but not grabbing the mouth. This woman is sort of pushing its head down. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Here we have 3 animals, the lion, the bear, and the stag, but there's no bird that is normally depicted, or a lizard creature. This one, I love the garment this one's wearing. It's just the justices, it's like wrapped in weeds, not blindfolded, but has the scales. The Hanged Man, always, it's interesting to turn him right side up to see what's going on there. And if you look, I can see these are morning glories, sort of snaking down. Death, very cool card. I love the wings out of arrows. We have like a Medusa head there, a flower coming out of the ground of a hand. Temperance, we have the water and the Aquarius-like moving of the water with the cups and the golden crown. The Devil, this card is pretty interesting. If you look, it's like a cloak of souls with a face and a skull peeking out. You have sort of a deformed head with horns. You have feet with claws. You have, if you look in the background, there's a tower on fire, and it's smoldering, like kindling in his hand. And the tower. This one is really, it almost looks like a Renaissance painting. It's so beautiful. The person in the red, just one person this time falling, the lightning striking the tower, falling obviously to doom or death. The Star, pouring the water in the water, pouring the water on the ground. The Naked Maiden. The Moon, we have traditional symbology. The 2 wolves howling, the moon looking down. I love the face in the moon. The Sun, another Renaissance painting looking card. A beautiful banner, a mare. The sun shining down. The subtle expression on the sun's face. You know, I don't see any sunflowers. I see like these are black-eyed Susans or some sort of daisy at the bottom. Judgment, some Christian symbology. Trumpet announcing judgment. People popping out of the ground, looking up in the sky. The World, a different sort of card. Sort of, it looks like an angel in contemplation, standing on the globe. And then we get into the minor arcana. So those are the, well, I guess you could say 22, 23 plus 4 moons, major arcana. And then we get into the traditional suits. So the ace cards are lovely with the flowers, beautiful foliage, some Celtic knotwork in the middle, really the writing there announcing the card. Just the ones that are, you know, and then there's the Roman numerals. The artwork is just enough to hint the meaning on the minor arcana. And I do love a deck with some pictures on the minor arcana, but they kind of have to hint to you, not fully, you know, lay it in your face. And the artwork on here, they did a good job. Like here, the key laying there, a winter scene. Here we have lovely butterflies. We have the haystacks there. two dogs, sort of a castle. The Page of Pentacles. We have that lovely, the garb of the earth. The Knight. The Queen. There's not too much hidden, too many hidden symbols here, which is fine. King of Pentacles. Now we're going sort of backwards. The King of Wands. He has a lion. Queen of Wands with her sunflower and black cat. She almost has like a Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci face. The Knight on a stag. The Page that has something on his face covering his eyes, and almost like he's wearing a human, or those are paws, maybe like a lion's garment. Again, not too much artwork to be annoying, just enough subtle, sort of atmospheric artwork. I mean, that's with the banner in there, that's nice and subtle. And here we have tents in the background. Really lovely flower bow. The cups. Pumpkin. A lovely pastoral scene with daffodils popping out of the cups. More money, random things, death. There's a moon with that lovely solemn face staring off in the distance. A frog. This is a pretty card. Sort of a maypole with a house scene. It's definitely a very pleasing card. Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups. A sort of a crow headdress on, with some sort of interesting bell-like thing popping out. The Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. This is, the King of Cups always reminds me of sort of a Neptune card. And the last suit, the King of Swords. Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords. And the swords with the air, you see the clouds, you see them floating. Always, to me, sort of almost forceful and angry cards. A swan with a chain around its neck, stabbed into the ground. Sort of a sail and coming down. A different take. Very much like the Rider-Waite, except there's no people. No people again, no aggression. I can see the Rider-Waite in my head as I look through these. Very Rider-Waite, beautiful heart though. The red, colors are so muted and so just there, and the whole, it's put together so well. And that is the last card. So that is the deck. And I had not shuffled it really. It just happened. That was the order it was in when I got it. And I've looked at it and just sort of seen what was going on. So when you order this deck, you get a lovely bag with, there are different bags I've seen with like sort of like an outline of one of the cards on it, but I think this is the basic bag that they give you. I did also get a nice sturdy postcard, which is talking about the Garden of Eros Tarot, and with a note. Thank you for your order with UC. Enjoy. This is the Strength card from the Tarot of the Eros, the Garden of the Eros, the Garden of Love. Eros, the Garden of Love. And it's really, it's a take on the Marseille deck with sort of, like penis symbol. I mean, here her breasts are exposed. You see penises. You see, it's sort of a fun sort of body deck. Interesting, if it's, I mean, this company just makes such nice stuff, and I definitely, I'm going to mix these up because I don't want to mush them in the box, because that flap that comes down could, I've had it pull cards apart in the middle, not very nice. So I'll put this back. But yeah, that's the UC Pagan Otherworlds Tarot. Beautiful deck. Definitely, I mean, if it goes out of print, if they don't keep making it, definitely I can see it going up in value because it's just a great deck. It's so pretty. There's a lot of thought into the deck. I'm going to put it back in its little bag. And you can also buy the uncut sheets, which are kind of cool. It's kind of expensive. They also have a gilded edge deck, which is more expensive. You can also buy it in a wooden box with artwork on top, which is really nice. I think that's also, the gilded deck comes in that. It's funny how once they gild the edges of the deck, it's, the price goes up, it doubles, which I don't understand. Gilding isn't that expensive. The gold leaf on the outside, you could probably do it yourself. I don't know how long it would stay there, but maybe it could be done. I mean, gold leaf, it's not too expensive because there's not much gold there. Anyway, that's my review of the UC Pagan Otherworlds deck. Thanks for watching. This is the deck. I hope you like it as much as I do because it's just a cool deck. Bye-bye.